Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something fascinating. Refurbished tech. Specifically, this Dell OptiPlex 3060 desktop. You see these listings, right? Intel Core i5 hexa-core, a huge 32 gigs of RAM, 1 TB solid-state drive, and the price. Under $300. It sounds, well, incredible. But we've got this AI-powered research report just on this model, and it paints a more complicated picture. So our mission today is to figure out this paradox. How can it be such amazing value, but also kind of risky? We want to cut through that noise and really arm you with what you need to know about this whole refurbished lottery.
Yeah, it's really interesting. The report gives it a 70 out of 100 overall. Okay, not bad. But then its bang for buck score is like 8.5 out of 10. That's huge. So you immediately ask, well, what's causing that gap between the value and maybe the actual experience?
That's what we need to unpack. So let's start with the good stuff, that high bang for buck. What makes this thing seem like such a steal on paper, according to the report?
Well, a big part of it is the OptiPlex legacy itself. Dell started these back in '93, built for businesses. They were designed for reliability, like a 5 to 8 year service life. So a 2018 model like this 3060, it's still well within its engineered prime. That's key to the value. And the specs you mentioned, that 6-core CPU is great for juggling tasks. 32 gigs of RAM, that's massive for things like, say, Adobe Photoshop or other heavy apps. Plus, the 1 TB SSD makes everything feel super fast.
Okay, so it's got the power.
And versatility. It's not just office work. It could be a decent starting point for light content creation. People love these for home servers, maybe running Plex for media or setting up network storage and NAS. And get this, you can actually turn it into a pretty capable budget gaming PC for 1080p. Just need to slot in a low-profile graphics card like an NVIDIA GTX 1650 or maybe an AMD RX 6400.
Oh, okay. Gaming too.
Yeah, and another crucial point, that i5 8500 processor, it's officially supported by Windows 11. That gives it a longer useful life than a lot of other refurbished PCs you might find at this price point.
That does sound like a powerhouse for the money. And the report mentions some extra goodies too, right? Like this specific refurb often includes a Wi-Fi 6 card, the AX200. So you get modern Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.2 built in, which you wouldn't always get standard.
Exactly, a nice bonus.
And it tackles video calls easily with that CPU and RAM.
Oh, absolutely. Zoom, Teams, whatever. It should handle them fine with 4K graphics support.
Plus, it usually comes with a keyboard and mouse, so that's convenient. Now, about the RAM, it comes with 32 GB, filling both slots. The report mentions some chatter about 64 GB.
Yeah, technically Dell doesn't support it, but some specialized suppliers list it as possible. Honestly, though, for most people, 32 GB is going to be plenty. More than enough.
Okay, so power, versatility, longevity, some nice extras. Where's the catch? Because that 7100 score suggests there is one.
Right. And this is where we hit the refurbished gamble part, that gap we talked about. The report highlights that a significant chunk of user ratings, about 17%, are 3 stars or lower. That's concerning. It's not just a couple of bad apples.
So what goes wrong? Dead on arrival.
Sometimes, yes. Or they arrive in poor physical shape, like dirty, maybe some grime. Or components just fail earlier than they should. And then there's this weird Windows 11 issue.
Ah, yeah, the conundrum. The hardware should run it fine, but some users get crashes. Instability.
Exactly. Even though it's officially compatible, some people end up having to downgrade back to Windows 10. So what's likely happening there?
Well, this points strongly towards maybe rushed refurbishment, doesn't it? Like Dell has specific guidelines.
Yeah.
You need to update the BIOS, the basic computer firmware, and all the drivers before you install Windows 11.
Right. And the insight from the report is that it seems many third-party refurbishers, they just skip those steps. It saves them time, maybe money, but it can lead directly to that instability.
So the key takeaway here is it's not really about Dell, is it?
Yeah.
When you buy refurbished like this, the brand is actually the unknown company doing the refurbishing.
Precisely. You absolutely have to research the specific seller. Check their reputation, their reviews, and critically, their return policy, because you might need it.
Okay, so tying this back to you, the listener.
Yeah.
What does this all mean for your decision?
It really comes down to your tolerance for risk, I think. Are you prepared for the possibility you might have to return it? Are you comfortable doing maybe some basic troubleshooting, like checking for BIOS or driver updates if things feel unstable? And what's your plan? Do you want something that just works out of the box, or are you maybe planning to upgrade it later anyway, perhaps for that gaming potential?
Right. Those are the crucial questions.
Stepping back for a second, This OptiPlex 3060 really is a perfect example of the whole refurbished market, you know? It shows the incredible potential for value, amazing specs for the price, but it's also a sharp reminder that the final experience, how it actually works for you, depends so much on who did the refurbishing work, those unseen hands.
So at the end of the day, the real deal here isn't just that low price tag. It's understanding that the refurbisher plays a huge role. You have to factor that in. And for you, listening, it boils down to a personal calculation, doesn't it? When do those potentially massive savings outweigh the risk that you might need to do a bit of extra work or even send it back? That's definitely something to think about until we meet for our next deep dive.